Hi, Andrew. That's awesome. Okay. I feel so strange on the split screen. Like I feel so like short, like smurfed.
Oh no. Yeah, it's weird that they changed the camera angle and everything.
Yeah, it is. Okay,
Split.
so welcome everyone. We're trying out something new on Instagram, so we have a split screen going between me and Paige. So again, thank you, Paige, from the Toronto Inuit Association for joining us on this workout. Thank you very much. And thank you those watching on Instagram, and thank you those that are watching on Facebook. Before we get into this Latissimus Dorsi and rhomboid workout, I would just like to first thank you to Canadian Heritage and Sport Canada for funding the Tunngahugit program, which has brought Tunngasugit into the virtual space so that we can do these at home or wherever you are workouts. Now that it's getting cold, though, I'm sure most of us are inside. But with that being said, we're going to jump straight into this workout. So the first thing that I like to do to especially work out the lats, which of course is from the lower back all the way up to the upper back. It is the long muscles that expand and shorten to the sides of the spine. One of the first things that I like to do is the handcuff drill. So the handcuff drill, we're going to be laying down in prone position, so on our stomachs. My dog is, of course, cleaning herself right behind me. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to get on our backs. I've got my arms out front like so, and I'm going to bring them around my body and up the latissimus, so up your lats until you reach about the bottom of your shoulder blades, and then we're going to release them and come back forward. And all the while, we're keeping our chest off of the floor. And so we're just going to do this 10 times, waving the arms out in front of you, bringing them down to your sides, up the glute, up the spine to the shoulder blades, and releasing. So by keeping our upper body and chest off of the mat, we're getting that nice holding with our muscles. So we're simulating a plank while working out the muscles. And again, just warming them up. So just one more here. And then we'll get into the second warm-up exercise. So, of course, if you find that the workout that we're going to do after these warm-ups is too difficult, you could maintain with the warm-up, and it'll work out really well for those who are beginners or just have injuries in fitness, anything that's sort of like that. The second exercise that we're going to do is a prone lateral raise. So you're going to need some space to your sides. And essentially what we're going to do is same thing. We're going to get back into that prone position, arms straight out to the sides. So straight from the shoulder blade, straight from the shoulder blade. And again, having our chest down to the floor, we're going to lift the chest and our arms up and back down and up and back down. So as we're lifting our arms, we're trying to crunch our shoulder blades together, relaxing, and then doing it again. So really try to touch shoulder blades. Try to even put your elbows maybe down to your side. Whatever gets that upper back muscles going. So we're going to just do 10.
Your dog looks so majestic up there.
I know, right over my back too.
Grabs her tail.
I know, at this point, she should have her own show. You biting your tail off?
I would eat it.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe on National Dog Day or something. We'll do.
The dog CIA.
Yeah, exactly. So Now into the third exercise for the warm-up, we're going to do a latissimus push-up. So in order to do this push-up, we've done them before, but essentially what we're going to do, I prefer to get into a sit-up position, so I'm sitting with my knees sort of close to my chest. I'm going to bring my elbows sort of in an X, so I start with an X over my chest like so, coming down and lifting the upper body with your elbows. So lifting with the lats, back down, arms back into an X, and lifting back up onto the elbow. So you're really trying to push and use your back to sit up. And of course, you can keep alternating the crossing of the arms. So if your left arm is in front the first time, you could put your right arm in the front just to make sure we're doing it even. And so again, just 10 times here. There's definitely a lot of misconceptions about the back. I think a lot of people, just because of what we see, sort of believe that you need equipment to work out the back. But there are certainly a lot of things you can do at home that could really work out those lats. It's really good stuff. So you should feel some tightness sort of around the spine, up to down. And that basically means that we're doing a good job. So now that we've gotten through the third, we're going to get on to our last warm-up exercise. And this is going to be a push-up with a lat pull. So push-up with a lat pull. Of course, we're going to do this weightless, but feel free to add weights if you would like. Again, this is just the warm-up, so we don't want to tire ourselves too much. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to get into a wide arm push-up. So you really want to hold yourself up using that back. We're going to come down and up, pulling back the arm, back down, up, arm pull, back down. So we're doing that back push-up, feeling it in the rhomboids and the upper lats. And then we're pulling that arm back. Again, simulating a lat pull. So feel free to do this push-up on your knees, as the wide variation does incorporate a lot of muscles, including the chest and the upper back. So just doing 10. Just like so.
I want to cover my face because it's so sweaty, so I need a good filter.
I was wondering what that was. I thought that I thought the camera like oh man, now I kind of want to try one of those. So, good job. We've made it through that warm-up. Starting to feel pretty warm myself. So, pretty good. Now we're going to move into the workout. So, the way it's so zoomed in is just cracking me up. Like, for those on Facebook who can't see what I'm seeing, me and Paige are on Instagram Live. And we're messing around with filters, so I'm just laughing. So now we're gonna do some bent over rows, but just to make this a little bit more challenging, we're gonna do something called the bat wing row. So the bat wing row is essentially just a row dedicated to the lats. So we're going to start in that row position. So knees are slightly bent, back is bent over at the hip hinge, and instead of pulling up to our chest, we're going to pull to the bottom of our ribs, so close to the pelvis, and back down. Now, the reason it's called the bat wing row is that you're simulating bat wings as you are performing this row. So just doing 10. After that, we're going to move into our second.
10-pound weights, but they're already feeling too heavy. So I might just leave those for leg day.
It's a good idea. Yeah, I think I used to have 8 pounds, but I don't know what happened to them. But I might have given them away, as I do. So the second part of the exercise that we're going to do are some bent over lateral raises. So we haven't done this one before, so it'll be pretty interesting to have as a exercise. So the first thing that you want to do is, of course, bend over. So we're getting into that bent at the hip hinge, keeping our weights right below the chest, and we're going to lift up to the side, to the side, to the side. So we're working out the rhomboids and our lats. Just like so. I do recommend, of course, to use lighter weights for flies. It's just that the shoulders and the upper back tend to be formed of minor muscles, so they don't have that same type of power that you would get from a chest press or a shoulder press. So now moving into our third exercise, these are going to be some single arm dumbbell rows. So getting into some heavier weights for myself. We're going to get into that tabletop position, and we're going to lift that dumbbell up just below the nipple line, back down to the line, back down. So just like so. If you're close to the floor like I am, you can try to never let the dumbbell touch, but get as close as you can. And that'll really increase that workout. So of course we're doing 10 on each side. And so again, just using one arm, pulling with your lats. Just like so. So really great for the lats, just on the upper back, on the sides of the spine. We're really pulling using those muscles. So now into the final exercise that we're going to do for the warm-up, or for the workout, sorry. We're going to do some deadlifts. So the dumbbell deadlift can be quite tricky just because we don't have that extra like 6 inches that you would get from a plate if you were using a barbell. So in order to do the full deadlift, we're going to start with our dumbbells at an angle, so making a teepee or a triangle. And we're going to get down like we would, making sure our back is straight, knees are sturdy, and we're going to lift up, pushing the pelvis forward, and then we're going to collapse back down. If you want, you can even fully rest, and then get right back into it, just like so. So again, when we're doing this, you want to try to imagine a straight back, as well as your shoulder blades being pinched together. And you're going to feel this in that mid back and lower back as well. Just doing 10 here. Oh, right. Oh man, my dog just did like a jump over my wires, and she almost took the whole Mac with her, and I had the weight, so I was just stuck. Whew.
That would have been horrible.
I know. She's all guilty too, just like walking around.
Hi, Brooke.
So, gotten through our first set. We usually do everything by 4, and we take about 15 to 30-second wait, just a rest period before we get back into the workout. So far feeling pretty good. I definitely feel those bent over flies. Those T flies are pretty great. I'm already tired, even though I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah, that first one was hardest.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so get back into that workout. We're gonna start again with those bent over bat wings. So, of course, keeping that back straight. Knees are slightly bent. And we're going to row in, creating those bat wings. Again, pinching the shoulders as you come up. Just like so. So again, really great for that upper back. And again, as we're pulling, you want to make sure you're coming as close as you can to the hips. But otherwise, getting into these bent over lateral flies. So
I'm just powering through them because they're really hard.
That's a good way to get out of it. So now into the single arm dumbbell rows. Same thing, we're getting into that table position. And we're trying not to let that dumbbell touch the mat. Always keeping it off the mat, but as close as you can get it. Just for control. And again, 10 on each side. Really feeling that in the back. Just like so. So naturally, I guess there's really nothing natural about it, but usually you would see people using a bench to do those things. But of course, you don't really need one. You could, if you wanted to, use a couch or a chair to maybe suspend yourself, but it's totally not necessary. And so again, with this, we're rounding our shoulders, then putting them together as we come up. Just like so. Whew. Doing pretty good. Gone through the second set. Whew.
This is the most sweaty I've been in a while. Not fun.
Just like slipping and sliding on my mat. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the back days, but they really do get you going. Like I am sweating all the way through.
I feel like it's not something I would normally think of exercising, but now that I am, I'm like, wow, this is hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Whew.
Andrew is being creative and using 1.5-liter bottles of water.
There we go.
Very smart. Should get even bigger ones, like the 1-gallon ones next time.
Just working out with a whole water cooler.
With some milk jugs.
Yeah, there you go. I'm still telling you, like the best things ever are those IKEA bags, like the blue IKEA bags with the IKEA straps. It's the greatest thing, like to curl, to do anything, deadlift. They're perfect. Okay, so maybe that's what I'll do too, because there's such a shortage of equipment. Maybe I'll just get those bags and just fill them up with dumbbells and just start going off on
Go
it.
to the beach and get everybody's hands.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so get back into our third set. Should be feeling pretty good. If at any point though you do feel like you need to take a break and stretch, feel free to do that. But we do have a yoga cool down coming up after the next working set. And so again, just keeping that back straight, bent over at the hip hinge. Whew. 10 just like so. And then moving into those flies. Whew. These flies are tearing my shoulders in a really good way.
I feel like they'd even be good without weights after a while.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Especially when you don't do them often, they're pretty deadly. So now into the single dumbbell rows. And again, just coming close to the mat and back up. And the slower that you go for any of these workouts, the more beneficial it is. But of course, the harder it is. That's just to say that you might not always see me going slow. And then into our last exercise. Oh boy, the dumbbell deadlift. So squaring our feet and going down and up, making sure that we push our abdominals and our pelvis forward. Paige, you're making me look like a chump.
I just want to get them over with and starting. I feel like you're probably doing them properly and like pausing and really feeling it, but just like, get over with. I was hoping I didn't have to wash my hair today, but I'm pretty sweaty.
I know. I try to keep it at like every Friday, you know, I'll like co-wash my hair and stuff, but with the working out, like I just feel so gross like every every day. Yeah, I try to, but like I wash my hair, right? Hot water. I take showers, you know. I just don't specifically wash my hair, but I'll condition, put oils in it, and then co-wash once a week. But that's just what works with my hair. I like to keep it. I mean, we're getting too deep into this, but like you know, I like to keep it greasy, but not greasy. You know, like native greasy. You know.
Okay. Proper greasy.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Proper greasy, bear greasy. You know.
Good. I guess I try and wash my hair like every 3 days, but now that we're doing workouts every other day,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping that I'm okay. Like I haven't lost any hair, so I mean,
I think it's healthier that way, right?
I think so. I think. I mean, yeah, because I couldn't really imagine us like really sitting there washing our hair, you know, like that intently, you know.
Dripping all the good oils from it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Stripping all the grease, all the good grease. Whew.
Okay,
Okay.
we're on the last set.
Yep. On to the last set. Ugh. Whew. So, gonna get back into those bat wing rows. So again, keeping our legs squared, slight bend in the knees just to protect our hips and of course our knees. And we're going to bring it right to the ribs. As close to the hips as you can get. And then of course into those flies. Oh boy. Certainly. One of the things that I gotta say is the worst about like dude, I loved working out at the gym and stuff. Super fun. But I would always be working out with like just really funny friends, you know? And like they would want to tell me jokes while I'm doing like bench press. And it's like yeah, exactly. And I'm there like, you know, straining myself. Whew. Oh. Wow. Okay. Into the deadlifts. Whew. Gotta say, really am feeling this workout. And again, just remembering rounding the shoulders, butt low, keeping the back straight, and then clenching those shoulders back as you come up. Really trying to get the most out of this deadlift. Whew. Just like so.
Yeah, my physio always told me that I have to keep my shoulders back.
Yeah.
When doing deadlifts. It's difficult.
It is. Yeah, it certainly is. It's like so much of it has to do with posture too. Like if if you're sitting like I am pretty much every day, you know, like kind of crouched over or whatever, it just makes it that much harder to correct when you're doing those big body lifts. Oh. Ah. Whew. Okay. Whew, I gotta say this one, this workout hit a little different. I'm definitely very, very sweaty. So to get into this cool down, the first thing that we're gonna do, and I don't know the exact name of the stretch, however, it is essentially like a arms behind the back, clasping them together, keeping it straight, and we're going to clench the shoulders, sort of like a camel pose, and we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. Just like so. Again, stretching out the shoulders, the shoulder blades. Now we're going to do a seated toe reach. So for this one, you want to really try to collapse yourself forward. Again, stretching out that mid back. Just 10 seconds there. And now we're going to do a boat stretch. So in terms of a boat stretch, oh man, whew. I'm feeling like, really feeling it. We're going to lay down prone. And we're going to grip our legs and just stretch that back out, kicking the legs forward. And for the last one, we're just going to reach down our side towards our knees. And down to the other side, stretching out the sides of our lats. Just like so. Whew. Okay, and we've done it. So great job, everybody. Good workout. I'm totally sweating and need a shower. Whew. So I won't keep everybody else from their showers. So I hope everyone had a great workout. Hope everyone has a great week. I'll see everybody Wednesday for a lower back workout. And yeah, should be great. So I'll see everybody then. Take care, Instagram. Bye, Facebook. Bye, page. Okay.